Hey, it's Mike, and I just want to share a quick video with you, perhaps the most important video I've actually put out here. And this reason for this video is we want to teach you how to close your taster sessions, okay? Remember, taster sessions are the lifeline of our business, okay? So if we cannot even get that client into the door, then we failed them, we failed our business as well, okay? We want to help as many people as we can. So this is an important video. Please don't skip through this video, okay? So it all starts with the initial phone call, okay? On our end, we've done everything on our end that we can, okay? So we've got them to fill out an online form. We've maybe even got them to pre-buy some sessions. And we've answered that call, whether it came in at 3 o'clock in the morning or, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we've answered that call, okay? So we've taken the first step to make sure we're there for that client. Now, it's your job when you get that lead to actually book them in if it needs to be done. So the most important thing when you're booking in that lead is you actually want to make sure that you make that call ASAP, okay? So as soon as that lead is sent to you, find 5 minutes where you can contact that person, okay? And when you contact that person, you got to remain upbeat. You can't come in there and say, hey, this is Mike. I'm just looking, to see what your goals were and how your personal training session is. No, that is completely wrong. You've got to come in with high energy, okay? So when you make that first initial phone call, remember, first impressions are everything. You've got to go in there and you've got to go in there with high energy, okay? So generally, when we go in, to make that first phone call, if I were booking my own taster session, this is exactly how I would do it. And I still book taster sessions here for many of our subcontractors, okay? So I know how to close a taster session, or at least a phone call to get that person in the door, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. Trust me on this process works, follow the script, and you will be successful, okay? So 9 times out of 10, if I get somebody on the phone, I can generally get them in to that taster session. And once we know we get into the door and do a first session and show them the value of personal training, generally they're going to buy. But there's also tips along the way that I'll share as well in your first taster session, okay? So generally when I call somebody, the first thing I'll do is I'll get them to talk about their goals, okay? Remember this, the most important part of this video is the initial phone call, okay? Get them talking about their goals. So I may call them and I'll ask them, hey, it's Mike from In-Home Trainer. We received your inquiry. Thanks for giving us a shout. How can I help? They may say, oh, I'm looking, just wanted to get the price for personal training. Very, very common first response, okay? I want to get the price for personal training. Okay, excellent. Can I just take a step back? Remember this, can I take a step back? I just want to actually get you to tell me about your goals. I've never, ever had an objection to that question that I asked them, okay? So I do not give them the price until they open up and tell me why they want a personal trainer. Why do I do that? It's human psychology because they're going to remember why they want a personal trainer, okay? So that is really, really important, guys and girls. Remember this part, okay? So you've got to take a step back and get them to open up. Why do you want a personal trainer? Or what are your goals, rather, okay? They will go on. It may be weight loss or whatever their goal is. Perfect. Now follow the script, okay? You guys have the script for closing a taster session, but generally, I don't need to follow the script because I've done it so many times. But generally what would happen for me is I would have my little spiel. Okay, great. Thanks for sharing your goals. I'm confident we can help. Let me tell you a little bit about the way the process works. So generally what we do is we come in, we take your starting blood pressure and heart rate. I want to make sure everything's okay. From there, I'm going to take a few body fat and girth measurements, and then we'll go through our first workout. The reason we do the first workout is I just want to test and assess you and see, where your strengths are, maybe where your weaknesses are, okay? So remember, I've got their goals. Now I'm taking them through what I'm going to do in a taster session. Very, very important. I'm giving them the confidence to work with me. I'm going to take their blood pressure, make sure everything's okay, their heart rate, and then I'm going to take you through our first workout. I'm not there to beat you up. We don't want to scare them off. Some people think, oh my God, a workout, this is going to be, really, really tough. So I'm not there to beat you up. I just want to test your strengths and weaknesses, but you'll be left feeling good and energized for the workout. Perfect. So you just say, okay, great. Sometimes I'll even actually continue on that and say, our starting session is $59. And like I said, I'm going to take you through everything I mentioned, and then we're going to go through that first workout. And then from there, we have different packages. They're between $59 and $79 a session. So what I always tell our clients is if you're looking for short-term training, and I consider short-term training anything, 12 sessions or less, that'll be $79. And if you're looking for longer term training, you're going to get a much better rate. This really helps close the initial session, okay? Or rather the initial phone call. So the most important part about booking your phone calls is that script right there. They'll say, okay, great. Before I even give them a chance to say, oh, let me think about it, what I'll do next is I'll say, after, it's $59 to $79 a session, short-term training versus long-term training. If you give me a second, I'm going to open up my calendar. Let me see what I have available. I have just basically now propelled them into the mindset of booking that session. Very, very important, okay? Generally, they'll shoot me some times, and I'll go ahead and book that taster session, okay? So this is the script. This is the way we book our taster sessions on the phone. It works like a charm. There's a reason I sent you this video. Follow it, and you'll have great success in booking your taster sessions. Until next time.